I'm Christian.
I'm Nick.
Welcome to Wheels and Madness RC. I almost screwed that up.
Nice job. You probably gotta redo that now.
You ready?
Yeah.
Here's the next project.
Oh, okay. We got a new build on the channel. You know what? We're calling that the front. Okay. We have a new build.
I think that's the front.
I don't know. It's kind of dragging and just says off-road racing.
Yeah, this side's more appealing.
See, I know what I'm talking about.
I'm gonna add. We did install the links and all that, like you just saw. We're gonna put that in the description down below if you guys want to watch that part of the build. But now we're moving on to this sexy thing. Let's show you what's inside. You want to do the honors?
Yeah, let me just open your tiny little knife here.
You had it open 2 seconds ago.
Yeah, you know, I'm difficult.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, maybe just take the poo out of this thing.
Do you know how to cut?
I do.
I got some weird neighbors.
Yeah, they like to scream.
You're taking forever.
Okay, well, you know what? Just dump it out of here, you know?
Look at that sexy thing.
It does look good.
So, we bought one. You didn't finish cutting it.
There's tape.
This, my friends, is the WPL C24. We're going to finish unboxing it and we'll tell you everything you need to know and why we bought this. Throw it a little harder if you need to. So we got it all set up to what we like and cleared all the trash off. I think it's a beautiful truck.
It is. I like it. It's old Toyota look.
Mm-hmm. I absolutely love this truck. Lou this truck.
Yeah.
I love this truck.
Yep.
I love this truck. So, we want to explain, why are we going with this truck and not any of the other ones? Well, let's face it, after doing some research, this truck is the most popular when it comes to aftermarket parts. Everybody can argue about it because we definitely do all the time. I say the C54 is better. He says his truck, the C64, is better. But if you look at the top of every aftermarket parts on Amazon, even Etsy sometimes, and eBay, this is the truck in the description at the top. The NEB series and this one and the 14, which is this truck with a flatbed.
Because this is what they started with. This was the first generation, and then the C54 is the second, and then the C64 is the third, pretty much.
So we want to do this right. We have that car over there that we started, but it became too complicated. I want to show you guys something you can do at home now, knowing the parts will fit, knowing that you'll get parts that are worth your money. That's why we went with this truck. I think it's going to be a very beautiful build. We have a lot of future plans. And we're kind of interested. We spent a lot of time with our 2 personal cars. Yeah, the C54 is being posted on the channel. It is a build we are going to continue, but it's still my personal vehicle. It's my very first crawler. So I'm kind of doing the stuff I want to do to it. So we're going to work on this together for you guys. Kind of do a budget build and learn with you guys because we're still technically beginners and show you what you can do with these things because these things are not talked about a lot. And there's somebody in the comments down below that pointed that out, and I absolutely agree with everything he said. So we're going to start with this base. Anything to add?
Not, that we need to plug our Instagram, but maybe polls, on what we might do, maybe get people's opinions.
We could.
Color, maybe. Parts.
Yeah.
Color wave of parts.
Because we may or may not think about painting this body after it's completely destroyed from us testing it. Which is something we will do in this video. We're going to test it stock. Because we want to see how it does, and that's the other thing we didn't get to do with the C54. I did show it on trails, on shorts, and in the videos, but This is a true unboxing, a true series. This is everything from A to Z that you are seeing with this truck. We are doing everything on the channel. It will kind of be instructional tutorial, and that's all for this truck. Now, some of the things we do want to point out that we noticed with the other ones that came to this decision of this one, because we did think about the other ones. We thought about another C54 to compete against that one over there when it's done. We have thought about his. With mine, I figured out it's not easy to customize. The motor is like, this is your car. The motor sits here. So you don't have linkages. So when you, on this side of the truck, so when you think about upgrades like you've seen at the beginning of the video, it creates problems. And then there's a lot of space inside the cab for aftermarket parts. It's top heavy sometimes, and too much work has to go into it. His, on the other hand, the real issue I think I've seen with yours is the fact that when you say you want to crawl up a rock and you need to go slow because you don't want to fall, it cuts out. And the axle splitting, but that is the most common problem on these cars, and I'm kind of interested to see if this crawler will do it, and I bet you it will, but we'll find out.
Yeah, I mean, you just gotta use test it pretty much.
Yeah.
Put it through its paces.
And that's what we're going to show you in this too. We are going to put these parts and the cars to the test, well, at least this car to the test. Hint, hint, next video might be this crawler versus a stock Bronco TRX 4M. Maybe, maybe not. But I think this is going to be good for the future of the channel. You know, we have a lot of parts we want to put on this, and a lot of fun ones too that you don't get to see on the other builds and other WPLs. So, I think it's time to go put this up against the course. We have 3 courses, and we're actually going to build a 4th one as a fun course, you know, have some bridges and some, you know, cave systems we'll go through with the crawlers. But we have 3 courses, and we're actually going to show you what those look like in depth and up close. So it's not just high and dry, these are the courses, let's test them. We're going to show you what they are and why we chose those as our testing courses. Well, yeah. Let's put this on the course. Let's see how it does.
Yeah.
Oh, great. We're never finding that. This is a blue rug with a silver screw. Never mind. We're good. So while Nick is already tearing apart our new build and stealing parts from this build, I just want to mention that I do understand there is a lot to say about this brand and these cars, and I absolutely love them. So we will talk about everything we can possibly think of. If there's anything you guys can think of, put it down in the description below. And over through the series and the build process of this car, we will talk about those things I didn't get a chance to talk about today. But that's enough of me interrupting. Let's get back to that test. Alright, we finally made it outside. It is a brand new day, cold, and I refuse to wear a jacket. So we are located at our private campsite where the 3 RC courses are located, next to the noisy traffic, in the future headquarters of Wheels and Madness, with that unfinished building right there. We'll get on that way later. So the first RC course we're going to talk about today is the course at the campsite. It's actually a pretty course. Let me show you it real quick. It's a pretty cool course. This is the one you see on the RC channel a lot. That sun is bright. So we're gonna let Nick explain the next course, our second one.
Today, our second trail is going to be a rock garden that goes uphill. We'll let you see that. So as you see, we have the rock garden. It is kind of difficult for some rigs, but that's more of just a proving ground for them. And then we can have him talk about the third course.
So the third course is my personal favorite because it puts every car to the test. It's our hill climb course. Look at this beauty. It's a pretty course. One of my favorite things about it is the way it's challenging because it's soft dirt. So they just spin and spin all those wheels all day long. But, you know, some cars prove that they can do it, and we will show that at some time. But you know what? That's not what this video is about today. We need to put this one on the course. Let's go do that. So now we're going to kick off with its first time in the dirt on the campsite crawling course. It's struggling a bit on that rock.
A bit. It can't get good traction is what it is.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, it's not cutting out, but it's like wedging itself back there.
And guys, this is an obstacle that the C64 would cut out at. Let's put it at a different section and see what it can do.
It's hard to get that low speed control because it's geared higher.
Yeah, we'll definitely fix that in the future.
And turning radius too.
All right, we'll give it one more shot on this course.
The shocks really aren't that bad.
You know, the shocks are doing a lot better than most stock WPLs that I've worked with. It did pretty well on that run.
I mean, for the most part, it's pretty capable. If it can get traction.
I think that's going to be its biggest things is traction. I feel like wheels and axles, because I still feel like it's going to have the splitting axle problem that most of these trucks have.
Yeah, it probably will. And hopefully with...
And I wonder how it's going to do on this rock course, because the other one is just our fun course with easy and hard sections.
Yeah.
This is all hard.
Oh yeah. This is the difficult one of them all, pretty much.
And it's doing way better.
Actually doing good, too.
Yep.
Use and abuse.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you guessed it. New day. So we put this thing out on the trails, and I'm actually really impressed with how it did, being stock.
And real capable for $65.
Yeah. I mean, it did have its struggles, like, you know, on the course and stuff. You couldn't get up some rocks, but when you have rocks that are like this tall, of course it's not going to do it. And of course, when the dirt is more of dust, it's going to struggle on that too. I really hate that the hill climb wasn't in perspective.
Yeah.
For the viewers, but
we'll get a better angle next time.
Yeah, it definitely almost made it though. But I'm really impressed with this little truck. This is going to be a nice series. I'm really excited.
Yeah, I think we should see if we can get, them to let us know what we should do.
I think so. Because right now, I am going to let you guys know we're sealing parts off the other build to get this one nice. Only because we're changing the direction we're going with the other one, and we'll explain all that in that build series. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. Have a good night. I'll see you next time. So the first course we're going to talk about. I screwed it up again.